right, just got to Cumbres Pass. Got a hitch from Carl, the guy from the Shamrock Inn or the Jama Inn, and I'm at Cumbres Pass, and I'm walking the Great Divide route, which was going to head down the road there. It looked pretty gorgeous. Skipping the snow. I'm probably going to flip around to Wyoming after hitting South Fork, so this is the beginning of going forward. Yeah, here we go. All right, we are walking the road. This is Highway 17. I'm hiking it north of Cumbres Pass, and it is actually really fucking gorgeous. I am enjoying it. I'm happy I took this route, and I'm not even thinking about the snow walk that is up ahead on the red line. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna come back and hike Colorado southbound, and I don't think I'll do that at the end of the trail at this point, because snow just doesn't sound that fun. So we are hiking some beautiful country. It is dry, soft ground along the roadway. There are other footprints along the roadway, which means there's more than one person going this way. I wonder what the other side looks like. Let's go check it out. That's Cumbres Pass back there. You can see up high, that's where the trail ends up, and it gets even higher than that. That's like a false summit. So there's still a lot of snow in the area. This area got snow very recently, and it's staying pretty cold at night. I think last night in town it was 29, so up at the trail around 12,000 feet, I imagine it was probably in the low 20s. I don't imagine it got too much lower than that, but they weren't expecting the cold front to move in like it did or through. One of the cool things about Chama is it has this railroad in town. It's like the major attraction, and it's this railroad we're looking at right now. I follow it pretty closely for a little bit. There's some water coming down, so I have water, easy to access. Pretty easy to camp along it too, I think. Just finding some flat ground might be the biggest challenge. But I can always go down the hill and camp down there. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill and walk today. I don't have a distance in mind. I know there's some areas up ahead that might have some issues with camping on private property. But I also know there's some established campgrounds up ahead. So if we can just mosey along and enjoy ourselves rather than try and push too many miles. I'm not looking to go too terribly fast. But it's also the case that you go the pace you go for as long as you go, and that's where you end up. So I understand that I can make it to South Fork earlier than I expect, which would be fine as long as I can work out details of getting to Alamosa at some point, so I can take the bus staying home. The other option, which is plausible because I'm so close to home, is I get a ride from my dad, and that's probably the easiest method, to be honest with you. I think it was 280 miles last I looked, and yeah, that's what I came down over there, that little cliff face. Came down the right hand side of the chute, or I guess it would be left in terms of the vantage point here. But yeah, the options for getting home, I have a couple, and that is a nice feeling. I'm very grateful for it, because traveling logistics are not my favorite thing. And the bus staying is pretty simple. It does require a few transfers, but I think they all link up pretty nicely. And yeah, I'm walking a road by choice. It's an interesting thought. I am doing this and not going home right away, mostly because I need to kill some time, and I don't really want to lose my trail legs. So I figured, I've already bought food for a section. I'm gonna go lug it up to South Fork, or even just down to Pagosa, but I think I'm gonna go South Fork. And yeah, it'll be a good time. Hey, this is the first car I've seen since I think I've started recording. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, my trail legs are important to me. If I can just keep up with being able to carry this backpack. It's also like my hips and my shoulders and my back. Everything's kind of right now in a really nice spot. I took 2.5 days off after hiking a day and a half, and I was like, should I keep eating as much food as I'm eating in town? And the answer was no. I need to go walk. I have plenty of energy now, and I don't even know how many snacks I'll eat this afternoon, or if I'll eat too big of a dinner. It's kind of humorous, because I even walked through town and was like, maybe I should get another pizza, or maybe I should get a burger from one of the spots. But the burger shop was getting repainted, so it was closed down today. And pizza, I've had too many pizzas recently. I've had one pizza a day while in town, and I've been in town for 4 days. So yeah, it's been a lot. I might be lying on that. It might be 3 pizzas in 4 days, but all the same, it's a lot of food. Not the best food either, but it works. 60 miles an hour on this road, that's pretty nice. All right, I'm done recording. Here we go. Definitely the most scenic road walk so far. Damn. And I'm only like 4 miles into Colorado. There's some nice shelters up in this area. And by that I mean mountain cabins. Luxury, some pretty new. Been able to see right there. That's the high country. It's probably getting close to where I would have been on the red line. Raging river going underneath the road. And just a slight breeze. So I just got a little stoke from a car passing by. I don't know if it was the first car with a Colorado license plate, or if I just haven't been paying attention and think to pay attention, but it's nice seeing a familiar. It feels like I'm at home. And I gotta go walk through this for the next 7 days, so I'm pretty stoked about that too, because it feels like I'm going over a place called like Guinea Pass or Guinella Pass, up in central Colorado, but the road's so much more busy than this one, and I don't know if I'd ever camp along it. I think they made it so you can't camp along it. So we get a hike among some gorgeous hillsides and have some pretty cool like cabins or houses up in the distance, so enjoy taking a gander at those too. More water and cars. See, that's a New Mexico license plate, so I think a lot of people are still coming from New Mexico up this way. But yeah, that's pretty. A lot of water, which means all the snow's melting. Not all of it, but it's melting quick. It's good. All right, my campsite for the night, just before sunset over the hillside. I'm gonna walk this way. I have my water bags. I think there's a little stream across the road for me. Camped, but far enough off the road that I don't think anyone's going to see me. Not that I care if anyone sees me, but it's also like I don't really want the headlights of cars shining into my tent all night, because this road's so busy. It's a quiet day. I love it. It's a good road walk, very pretty. And I'm happy I was able to get to camp and make it before sunset. It's a good feeling. especially since I'm gonna walk down that valley tomorrow, and it should be good in the morning. And there's no camping because it's a fairly steep downhill down the river valley. So steep edges to the road, and also with the steep sides, you tend to have to wait a lot longer for the sun to get up. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. You have to wait longer for the sun to get up and hit you in the morning. Which I don't know how warm or cold it's going to be tonight. It's been a while since I've been out here. With normal weather, the previous night I spent out was the mid, after the 28, just before getting to the border. I had a little adrenaline going at that time too, because I knew weather was moving in that I just really didn't want to have to deal with. So, oh yeah, there is some water over here. Sweet. I'll see if I turn this back on once I get close to it. I think my tet's probably about to lose the sun right now, but I get to enjoy it just for a moment longer. I should have brought my bottle so I could have filtered it in the sun too. I've been standing in the sun all day. It's been great. All right. Let's see if we can get here's a good fill up spot. Fast moving, steep water means it will be able to fill up my water bags. Something like right in there. Look at that. Let's zoom this out. Gorgeous. It really does feel like I'm up in some of my favorite areas to the north, but I didn't even know this existed down here. So this could be a new favorite to come explore. All right, I'm gonna get water.